Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. HeirofCarthage here, and yes, we're going to be continuing the Tyranny of our Chaos Dwarves campaign. Folks, I'm excited to be back. Sorry we went a few days without some videos, but it was a busy end to last week trying to get all the videos out for Pharaoh. That took some extra effort. I had some other projects going on at the house that I needed to get done. And of course, as always, when the weekend rolls around, that's my opportunity to get out of the house, get outdoors. And that's what I spent the weekend doing. I got out with my boys and my wife. We did some kayaking out at the lake. It was a lot of fun. And I got some other stuff done that needed to be done. Now, I am going to be on vacation next week, which is the week of June the 12th. I'm going to do my best to get as many videos recorded as I can. If I can fill up a week, I will do it for you. However, if life happens and I don't have some videos up, then know that it's because it is just our annual summer vacation as a family, and I'm away and can't record. But like I said, I will do my best to put some up ahead of time and get them ready to where they can be released. But like I said, I can't promise it because it will be crazy. Trying to get everything done this week, and I will do the best. Life gets busier for me. Not the other way around, but it's mostly in a good way, though. Like, work is always busy, and it probably is busier than, you know, it has been in times past right now, but in a good way. You know, like, the work I'm doing is important to my team. It's work that I'm happy to be doing. But then at the same time, you know, my boys are getting older. They don't go to sleep as early. You know, years ago when I was recording, you know, they would go to bed at like 7:30 and then sleep all night. And so I had a ton of time to record and still have time when this is air. Well, that changes, you know, they're older. They don't go to bed before the sun goes down and stuff like that. And so it just makes things different. And I'm doing my best to adjust to it. And I feel like I do pretty good, considering, you know, the way things are. I feel like I still, some weeks get in a fair few videos. Other weeks it's less, but I am doing the best I can. And I'm enjoying doing it still. So I hope that you all are enjoying it. And like I said, I'll do my best to keep it coming for you. I really need some more armaments before I send this out. Unless we just want to send this guy on a fairly risky mission out here. That's a lot of turns for very little in return. And then they also risk getting that convoy killed. I'm not sure that's something I'm interested in. And I guess I could just take this. Let's add that guy. So yeah, we've already got one on the way there. We could just do a super short one here and snag some. You know what? We could do this one here. That one's pretty short, and we've got the cash for it. So there we go. We'll dispatch. It's kind of dangerous, but it's pretty short. And then our other ones are all returning to capital, and you could say, "Air, you could pick another one." I know we could, but it's not that big of a deal at the moment. So again, if I were really wanting to min-max it, then yes, I should be doing it, but it's just almost not worth the fuss at the moment to keep up with. Let's see. We're about to finish some research. Let's end this turn. I'm going to get to some of your comments. One of the first comments here I love because, man, I remember these days. Daniel Palmer says, I enjoy watching the campaign videos while rocking my baby to sleep. Seeing Skaven dying in droves is almost as satisfying as my baby sleeping through the night. Man, I remember those times. I did the same thing. Sometimes I'd be sitting up watching a YouTube video, rocking my little boys to sleep, man. Though, congratulations on having the little ones. Enjoy it. It's absolutely fantastic. And you'll enjoy it when they're older, too. But it really is special, you know, to get that time with them. And I hope you enjoy it. It's something that, you know, not everybody in this life will get a chance to enjoy, and that's fine. You know, it doesn't mean that you're less of a person if you don't. Or if you got the chance to do it and you're like, oh my gosh, it's super hard. It is hard. But at the same time, like, through all the hard, I still think that's the highlight of my life, is being able to spend time with my boys and see them grow up and learn and be successful. So I'm hoping that one of these days when death comes for me, that will be the consolation, right? I'll be able to leave proud knowing that I gave them an opportunity to continue in my stead. In any case, without air getting, well, I would say more, it's not really morbid, without air waxing, what do you call it? I don't know the word for it. I don't do words. So anyway, let's continue things here. I don't do words, but I can do battles. Here we go. It says we're going to lose this. I just I don't think so. Like, as long as I don't let that artillery come up and pound me, we should be fine. I do have a Dreadquake mortar, and I'm trying to think how I want to handle this one. I don't remember if that initial army that we squared off against had artillery. The one incoming does, and if this one does too, I would kind of rather square off against it. A Dreadquake mortar should be able to shoot up well over those trees, whereas Cathayan artillery may or may not be able to shoot up over those trees. Let's take a look at some terrain here before I get too in a hurry. So like for instance, I could cover most of the enemy deployment zone like this and just pound them with a Dreadquake mortar. Now they might deploy even farther back. The reason why I'm thinking through this real quick is I could deploy some of my guys behind this hill and avoid their artillery fire altogether. I'm worried if they have a rocket set up over there and it just immediately starts to bombard me. Of course, if they do have a rocket, I don't think this terrain would probably do a whole lot to save me. Let's just deploy this way. I do have my aerial units. We could always put a quick chase on after the enemy artillery that's going to come on from that flank side of the map. As far as other options, I guess I could run these units over into that forest early. Let's do that too, and then that'll leave me something to annoy the enemy over here. It won't be much, but it'll be something. It's not like those units are going to do a whole lot for me otherwise. Let's see, a little bit of Kadai Fireborn here, and then let's get some destroyers lined up, ready to help protect our front lines. And then we'll use Drazhoath and his Fire Sorcerer for a little bit of interference here early. I think this is the setup we want. We'll find out. This is an Iron Demon version, so it should move a little faster, though these things are not quick units. They did deploy very far back. I'm not totally shocked. They have a scrap launcher? Okay, so they're going to just head way back into their deployment zone. They've got a lot of ogre units. I'm gonna go do a little more scouting and pestering of them, but since they're gonna go deploy so far back there, I think that's a mistake. And I am going to beeline it over here to meet these reinforcements. I don't know if we'll make it because Chaos Dwarves aren't exactly known for their speed. Okay, I've got my units moving that way. My Dreadquake mortar is probably able to get out and move around a little bit. We scored a hit or two with it. We took out some Jade Warrior crossbows with it. Yeah, spells. Oh, we got the hammer. Hammer is pretty brutal. I should have put it a little farther forward, but it'll still get a pretty good hit here. Yeah, that hammer is pretty gruesome. We can get up behind this pillar. And I think I am going to get at least pretty close to in position. I'm going to go ahead and just bring the Iron Demon over here where it can get cover from those units. Okay, let's check out what we got available to us. I don't have a great answer to that scrap launcher here. Honestly, I think I'm just going to keep using this. The hammer would be really good. I've also got piercing bolts. The mortar fired anyway and destroyed one of their units. Let's drop that there, see if we can get lucky. Their unit's probably going to move out of the way. We still hit it. It wasn't amazing, but we hit it. They're moving around too much right now. Okay, so Drazhoath has harassed them pretty good. I'm going to head back the other way because the enemy reinforcements came onto the battlefield further away than I had hoped, actually. Darn it. I think they're going to be able to get together. I'm going to target those crane gunners, actually, and we're going to need a distraction for a moment to keep us from getting banged up too bad, and then that'll hold them in position. I can probably get a good bombardment off. Oh, no, 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 no. My missile unit's got a little bit ahead here. Okay. Where's my leaders? Let's get my leaders back across the battlefield. Oh, dang. Cathay's about to smoke me over here. It's a wall of wind and fire headed my way. Oh, that was exactly what I wanted. That was gruesome. Got just a square-on Dreadquake mortar hit there. This is going to allow my destroyers to piecemeal into these guys here, too. Oh, yes! Yes! We just annihilated their reinforcements. Oh, that was a war crime. That was an absolute war crime. Oh, that was good. Just lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay, let's harass these crossbows. I need to get this unit back over here. Let's get all of our flyers in on these long marauders. Should be able to take them out. And let's get our Dreadquake mortar to pay attention. How far can it shoot? We're out of range. Let's just keep it turned that way, and then let's take these cheap units and put them over here on my flank. There's a whole lot going on, and it's difficult for me to pay attention to everything at the moment. I don't know what that was right there. Oh, it was my own Dreadquake mortar dropping one right in the middle of my guys. Dang, take it easy, bro. Let's reposition the Dreadquake mortar a little farther back here. Let's get my flyers again real quick, and let's go after their leader. And while I'm on the way to that, let's drop a hammer back here. It might move out of the way, but I'll give it my best. And my best was pretty effective. Oh, dang, man. Alright, they're going after my, like, just trashy reinforcement troops. Let's get our units safe here. I'm gonna need a destroyer over here. I'm gonna need to pull this unit in a little tighter. I don't want my units I don't want the units getting killed. I think a couple of my flyers are still on the ground, but hopefully my destroyers can give me some cover here. I'm feeling pretty confident we'll be alright there. Drazoath is taking them on up here. Let's see, what else we got left in the tank over here? Try and score some more hits. Our Iron Demon's getting attacked by Great Long Marauders. I'm gonna turn around and shoot them. And let's see, let's bring these units out here to help. We're getting a little bit chewed up over here because there's some dogs and riders. Where's my lord? Let's clean this fight up real quick. I've got my Fire Sorcerer in here is getting beat down pretty good. We need to get him out of there. I tried to get him in the air, but he was not able to escape. Alright, we got some big riders coming around the back here. And let's see, where's one of those destroyers that I had? Could I Fireborn? Let's get over here. Got some infantry that are getting a little bit roasted on this flank. I need my mortar to start taking crossbows out of the picture. Drazoath over here. Alright, I finally got my leader up out of that fight down here. Let's see. Sworn. I don't care about those cheap units getting hit. Let's get back over here. They've got a rocket battery up on me. Oof, yeah, that's bad over there. My Dreadquake mortar needs to target that. We're getting hit by artillery, and I'm taking quite a bit of damage now. I'm gonna have to get back here and get some attention with Drazoath. Oh, I can't reach quite far enough to get to these other units. That is so disturbing. Alright, what can we do? What's the right solution to this? I just don't have fantastic mobility. I do have 3 destroyers, though, which should be able to gather some attention. I'm not thrilled with the artillery fire we're having to take, and I may end up having to re-recruit some units here because of things just getting kind of confusing and hard to read while I'm in the woods. Let's get pulled away here. Let's pull away from that. And then let's send some help over here against those ogre bulls. Alright. The Lord is pressuring some of these units. Let's try and put an end to those guys. There was just a ton of Cathayans here, and their artillery is really keeping them in the fight at the moment. I'm gonna take these units. It's a little risky, but I'm gonna go ahead and fly towards that balloon in the hopes that I can take it out of the sky. And my goon squad here is needing to go after this guy. What's I got here? I got a Kadai Fireborn that's pretty thrashed. Let's pull it back away. Put some of these units on the edge. The woods there. Let's help put an end to these. That's gonna possibly damage up my own guys a little too much there, but it's a risk I'm gonna have to take. Gotta get rid of those. Okay, this is good. I can't believe that my mortar hasn't taken these guys out of the fight yet. Is it even firing? I think it's hitting trees. Dadgummit, my mortar's all screwed up. If my mortar would have been in the right position, I'm pretty sure this would already be over because it would have just completely doused these two units back here. My Kadai destroyers, though, are just absolutely tanking out here. Buff those units up even more, try and keep them in the fight, and then Drazhoath is KOing their lord, which should help speed passing of our enemies. They've got cannons after me, though. That is gonna hurt. Okay, did I ever get my Dreadquake mortar where it can... Let's bring it over here. You guys can get in the woods, please. I'm trying to keep a lot of my units in the woods so I can keep them safe from fire. Come on, finish this thing. Finish it. Got an infantry unit out here. Bring it over here, and then my mortar should now have a clean line. Alright, we routed the enemy leader. Let's get onto that cannon, actually. That should turn the tide of the battle the fastest. I still have one leader back here in the back, and their balloon is somehow not dropping any faster than it is. That's really frustrating. Come on, just land a mortar round over here. Just do it. Shoot. Their cannons are hitting me. I'm having difficulty landing a good shot on them. I feel like that should have done a whole lot more damage than it did. I've got to get out of here because that cannon is shredding me. I have to get back here behind these rocks. Okay, I could die. Alright, we just took out a balloon, and we just took out another balloon. I can now get after these cannons. Took out... Their leader came back, but we should be able to do something about it. Okay, not the prettiest battle I've ever fought here. This ended up being a whole lot worse because my positioning was not great, and then I just didn't respond very good initially to all these troops. Let's pull back this way. Get into the woods. What are our guys fighting over here? I need our Fireborn back from there. Let's throw in some more infantry. And let's throw some more infantry that way. And you all can come pile on over here as well. And then you all go after their lord. And then that artillery is now finished. So I would think this should lead to army losses here pretty quickly once they lose that artillery. Because artillery is usually a big deal. I'm actually going to bring two of these Fireborn in this direction, and I'll leave one to go after the routing lord. There we go. Alright, so we turned it. It was ugly, but we turned it. So, not something I'm going to be super proud of, but there was a ton of Cathayan forces there, and we soundly defeated them in the end. I say soundly. It wasn't super soundly, but we destroyed them, and our destroyers got to do a pretty good chunk of the destruction here. I'm assuming they actually picked up some pretty significant some pretty significant XP. Holy cow, those units look absolutely awesome when they're attacking. They do a lot of splash damage, it looks like, as well. Alright, I'll see you all back on the campaign map. Alright, well, like I said, it was a little bit ugly, but we got the job done. You take the cash, the labor, it's not that much replenishment, honestly. And honestly, if another army's right behind him, it's not going to make much difference. We should just take the cash. I don't think I'm hurt for labor at the moment, so we'll take the cash. We should replenish okay. If we don't, I can always run back and get to where we need to. That army is clearly going to be significantly powerful with the 3 destroyers. It only has the 1 artillery piece, though, and I think we're used to seeing me be able to rain down death from numerous artillery pieces. And let's see, speaking of... Okay, this is a different army. He's like, I thought I lost my magna cannons. We did. It says we're going to take high casualties here from Thaga Gorespitter. I just don't think so, because we have the magma cannons. I don't know. I didn't think I was going to do that bad there either, and I did. So, I don't know. Let's fight this one. The battle's underway. I actually just killed their lord. I forgot to start commenting, because I was just kind of busy playing. But their lord rolled up, and I did a final transmutation and a ton of debuffs and killed them. Their Ragnarok spider came headlong into a bulwark of blunderbusses that I had waiting on them. Try and say that 5 times fast, by the way. Speaking of, we got another Ragnarok spider on the way, but I guess I'm feeling somewhat confident at the moment because I've got a good opportunity. Those rock lobbers are going to move into range, and I want to be able to return fire on them, so I'm going to leave my unit positioned. I use some of my cheap garrison units that are all beat up, and just send them outside of my barricades to just kind of act as momentary distractionary fodder. So that my troops could more effectively destroy enemies who are inbound. Look at this. They're capturing all the points, which is going to help them in melee, like big time. But they're going to have to come headlong into all my blunderbuss units. And they're on barricades. And these guys are going to get absolutely shredded by blunderbuss units. That is hilarious to see. I'm not going to lie, it is pretty entertaining. So yeah, their boars are getting absolutely put down. Yeah, look at this over here. Their spider did make it to the barricade and managed to put in some attacks here. Can we still shoot it? Shoot it. There we go. Yeah, I can't tell if it's actually attacking the platform. I think it is, but it's not going to go down, and we should be able to kill their spider. And then they've got a rogue idol coming, which we'll be able to deal with. There's another spider over here. That one's going to be a little trickier because I don't have blunderbuss on position there, so I'm going to have to come and give some specialty support here. So I'm going to do a little bit of final transmutation to start softening that spider up a bit. There we go. Got a few good shots in on it. I can also use Tormentor Sword on it. I just saw... one of my units had a Tormentor Sword. Oh, I can't spot it. Is it here? Okay, yeah, this guy's got a Tormentor Sword. Finish it. Finish it. I'm going to put a Fireborn right here just to hold that Rogue Idol back for a moment. Because things are going really quite good for me at the moment. Anything that the AI or the computer has sent up to me has just gotten blasted to smithereens. Can we target that by chance? I'm gonna try. Alright, how are we doing over here? Okay, yep, the Rogue Idol got held up. Another spider goes down. There's some enemies trying to bust through our barricade here, but I can just go beat those guys down. I can even give them a little bit of a bombardment here. And I've got this bombardment too if I need it, but I think I'm okay at the moment. Let's just lay off that. In fact, I'm going to use that bombardment on these archers. Okay, so I got that turned on. I need those. Oh, those trolls busted down my barricade pretty quick and got into my blunderbuss units. I'm going to have to pull back. Let's get my bull centaurs. Never mind, those flaming arrows are probably going to be hit by my bombardment. Just took out those archers. Okay, everything's looking good. We just need to target that rogue idol. That is really our last and only threat over here, and I've got another final transmutation all spun up, and there's another rogue idol out in the distance, but I think we pretty well have this one under control. There's really not much the AI can do here. Let's put some fire down there. Yeah, they're shooting at my blunderbuss with their with their stupid artillery units. I don't even know how I got a shot there. That seems unlikely they could land a shot at that trajectory. Alright, let's get over here and intercept that rogue idol. I'm going to drop his armor. Not that armor's going to matter a whole lot to these blunderbusses, but I'm going to go ahead and... Oh my gosh, that guy has got a foot on him. Okay, turn around and finish him, please. Alright, the rogue idol is going berserk. Our poor Castellan here is... Oh, we can freeze all those units in place. Never mind, we're good. Just let him shoot, let him shoot. We got one more rogue idol on the way, and I'm going to need some extra blunderbuss hitting power over here, probably. And then, yeah, we got their... No, we got all their units. We're good. I think the rogue idol is unbreakable. Oh my gosh, my engineer got stepped on so hard by that rogue idol. Like, so hard. Okay, let's bring all blunderbuss over here to meet that rogue idol. I can't rebuild here yet. And I don't have enough magic for... Yeah, I do have enough magic for final transmutation. Let's go ahead and soften it up. So we should be good. Like, should be a victory. We're not going to lose any of our units. I would like to have more than one blunderbuss on station over here when this rogue idol arrives, but my blunderbuss units are quite slow. Like I said, most Chaos Dwarf things are pretty slow. I do not have any slowing magic, unfortunately. Do you have the single blunderbuss unit in position? I've got a second one nearly in position. It's going to take a lot to bring down that rogue idol. I've got another one coming in from the flank. There we go. Blunderbuss are on target. Hell cannon's on target. Second blunderbuss unit is on target. And a third blunderbuss unit is on target. Rogue idols just have a tremendous number of hit points. There we go. We have finally gotten enough firepower on target, and that's going to be a victory. Alright, we had to take down a wyvern, 2 rogue idols, and 3 Ragnarok spiders, all in the same stack there. That was somewhat incredible, like the amount of enemies we faced. I'm going to go ahead and take the cash off of that. The vampires are probably begging for peace because they're getting their butt kicked, but I'm not interested in handing them peace. I'm interested in taking their property. So, thanks, but no thanks. Archaon wants me to join the war against the Fecundites, which I'm not going to do. If he wants to have an inter-chaos clash, he can take care of that himself. And let's see, the war against Bretonnia, there's no point. I'm not anywhere near them, so you take care of your own business over there. Alright, so we made it through another turn in. Let me get some more of the comments here. See, Steve J says, loving the series. The Chaos Dwarves really make me hope another gun-heavy Total War is on the horizon. Me too. I actually really like the gun-heavy Total Wars, and that's despite the fact that I really do like the ancient time setting as my preferred Total War. But that said, like, if we're going history-wise, right, I would prefer the ancient setting. Now, that said, the gun stuff is really good. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, Napoleon, for instance, was a really nice improvement on Empire all those years ago. Can you imagine a revisit of something like that now with, you know, the better engines and graphics and all that other kind of stuff? I mean, it seems like it would be a hit. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it would be. Where was Astragoth at? I can't remember where I left Astragoth. And we have got a lot of greenskins in the vicinity. There is just an extraordinary number of greenskins around here. Absolutely insane. Alright, Zatan the Black is here. Let's go to Karak Azul. I'm going to keep stacking up settlements. We're going to need to. There's a Skaven settlement here. It's Clan Wars, which we recently went back to war with. We have a Banner of Swiftness. We go good on a Bull Render. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve this. That was actually way more casualties than we should have received. We've got all of this influence from the tower that we can use to just stack this all the way up immediately to tier 5. And then we can use special buildings there. What does that special building do, by the way? That's going to give us -1 upkeep, salt production. Okay, so we actually get a trade good off of it. And we want the income, and then we want defense. And probably... Honestly, that might not be bad right now. And we'll probably want some ability to recruit, which we have a little bit here. We're tearing down a standard barrack that we can put in, and we might just put in the Kadai building there because we don't have a whole lot of those. Okay, let's check out our labor situation. There's a shortage here. We need to get workers there and there. I have a lot of extra workers in certain areas. Except now we're back up to 100% labor efficiency, bringing in an absolute crap load of raw materials. So that is good to see the economy kind of chugging away there as we would like to see it. Waldenhof could be in our sights, and we've got a Kadai destroyer in this army now too, which is going to add a significant amount of firepower against the vampires. The vampires are not going to like slogging it out against big single entities like that. High outpost. We're gonna keep pushing here. I had this army come out at Nagenhof. So Mordheim and Essen need to be our next 2 targets there. And Essen is within range. So let's keep pushing. There's a rather large stack there with Vlad, but this army's looking pretty capable here. So even if Vlad does attack us, we should be able to hold out. And occupies a factory. And let's see, we don't need that building. Let's put defenses and our factory building in. Could be difficult to defend Nagenhof, but I think as long as our allies are nearby, we should be okay. Still got a fair bit of cash. We're making good inroads into enemy territory. I'm trying to remember where I left Astragoth at. Can't seem to recall. I was out getting ready to kick some... Okay, we just beat everybody's head. We got re-sieged here. Ooh, crap, we kind of got trapped here with Astragoth. Gonna take attrition. We only have our 1 artillery piece. I was recruiting, but we got hit here. Okay. So Astragoth needs to fight his way out of this, which I don't see any reason why he can't. So let's go ahead and fight our way out of this situation. Alright, I've got the battle underway. I actually don't have eyes on the enemy force. They could just be a whole heck of a lot of goblins. I do remember there being quite a few, so they may have pretty good cover in terms of staying mostly out of sight. So I'm going to push up some of these trash garrison units and Astragoth and see if we can get eyes on. And then my Iron Demon, I want to keep it pushing forward. The enemy may have deployed quite a ways back, hoping to just join up with the reinforcements easily. So we're gonna get some scouting in here. Yep, okay, targets are popping up, and my mortar wasted no time getting into action. Let's go see what else we can... Oh, ouch. Yeah, they paid. They paid for that. I'm here for it. Let's drop a hammer on them here. Okay, take a chunk out of them. Let's see how many other guys we can draw into combat here. I'm gonna go ahead and heal with this unit. And I'm gonna just throw some of these crap garrison units in here along with Astragoth, and I'm gonna try and draw in some bombardment fodder here. And it worked absolutely beautifully. AI fell for it hook, line, and sinker. So I'm gonna destroy every goblin that I can see here. In fact, I'm gonna go after their lord here. Alright. So, like I said, I don't even care if I bombard my own troops here. Those are my throwaway, you know, new garrison troops that don't mean anything to me. Take him out, Astragoth. Take him out. Hit him. Punch him in the face. He's right there. Thank you. He should be dead. Alright, there we go. And my mortar is still on target. Alright, I'm going to move my main army forward to help support the Iron Demon. The Iron Demon's in an excellent position here. Astragoth is kind of meeting these troops early, and then the mortar's just pounding them down. I do wish Astragoth could heal. He does not have... Yeah, he is healing, actually, so he does have a healing item. I don't know if it only works when he's in melee or what the case is there. Alright, so what do we have inbound? We have an Arachnarok Spider coming in, some Night Goblin, Wolf Riders, and Squig Hoppers. Nothing significant. Nothing significant. Alright, let's back up a little, and let's let them come enjoy my blunderbuss units. Up here we can put some blunderbuss into firing position, and I'm going to leave one of my leaders on either flank to kind of help support and hold the enemy troops out front. Alright, yep, now we should be in excellent position. Let's go ahead and start targeting these archers at long range. And my blunderbuss are about to start just ripping into the enemies. Slow these units down. There we go. Gonna need an intercept right here. And archers just took a big hit in the background. Awesome. Okay, yep, it's all going exactly the way I need it to at the moment. I need you to get... Why is there... I must have hit a wrong button here. Get on target, please. Accidentally put my blunderbuss units into a melee. Although they weren't given a charge order. Alright, we just took their lord out. What is this unit out here? Okay. Okay, Iron Demon took that out. You can just keep mowing down incoming enemies. Focus the spider, please. And Astragoth, let's come help out there. The big spider on the way in. Let's go ahead and charge right here. And I'm going to go ahead and pull some of my other units forward just to help rip these guys up. A last second beat down, if you will, here. And these units out here on the flank can have a bombardment. Let's take out Skarsnik here. Skarsnik's actually not who we want to be fighting with this unit. Come on, get out of there. I would prefer, actually, to... Oh, I let one of my little centaurs get ahead of itself and get killed there. Dang, I hope they don't get entirely destroyed. Iron Demon, get back. I've got units running all over the place here. See if we can gun Skarsnik down. There we go. There we go. Alright, we got a bead on Skarsnik. And he is going to go down, so I mismicroed one of my bull centaurs, but got it back nonetheless. And we should be good at this point. We push back our enemies. I don't think they're going to be very capable of harassing us much more after this. Alright, so that was a successful fight. I'm going to get a little bit of replen on the leftovers, other than screwing up the one centaur unit. That's going to leave our enemies in rough shape there. And then in one turn we'll be replenished. They can't really hope to come back and continue that siege, because they have another army nearby. Now this army may get sieged by these two forces. But again, I've got more forces in the vicinity, and we are looking very powerful at the moment. We rolled a lot of enemies on this turn in, like it was not a small number of enemies. So yeah, our enemies are getting rolled up pretty hard right now. Let's see whether, I don't know if we made any progress towards our victory conditions today or not. We're at 61 of 80, so I've got 19 more settlements that need to be hit. The territory I'm getting into would all count as new settlements, because I haven't really taken them. So like Black Iron Mine might count. All of this stuff down here is ripe for the taking as well. This stuff is you know, again, ripe for the taking. If I can get enough armaments to increase my recruiting capacity, we could get yet more armies. But we're in pretty good shape. We got a lot of skill points to take care of. I'll do that next time, but big episode full of battles, plenty of income. I'm sure we picked up a lot of labor on that turn end, and I will see you all next time. HeirofCarthage, signing out.